On today's show, we're going to explore important YouTube updates and how to take advantage of them, including new ways to get help from YouTube when brainstorming video ideas. Lots more product tagging options. YouTube is not letting up on the growth of this. If you've ever wanted to run ads to viewers of a specific channel or video that isn't your own, now you can. We'll tell you what we know about this. And if you've been seeing long form videos in the Shorts feed, kind of weird. We'll fill you in on exactly what's going on with that as well. My name is Jerry Potter. Yes, it rhymes with the boy wizard. Host of the Social Media Marketing Talk Show from Social Media Examiner, where we break down all the latest social media news and what it means for marketers like you. Today, I'm joined by Diana Gladney, a YouTube expert and consultant. Her YouTube channel is designed to help entrepreneurs simplify the video creation process, and she is host of the Video Simplified podcast. Diana, welcome to the show.
Well, it is my pleasure to be back yet again here on the show.
So let's talk about YouTube Shorts thumbnails, which for a long time now, YouTube said, we don't need thumbnails. There's no reason to have custom thumbnails. It's been very, very limited, but now they are letting us customize our thumbnails a little bit more. So what's this update and what are your thoughts on it?
Yes, so this is a new update finally coming to Shorts where YouTube has announced two specific things. First, you can add text, you can add emojis, and you can add filters if you think more like Instagrammable type filters that we've been accustomed to already, or even if you use that natively in the camera app on YouTube. You can add those to your Shorts thumbnails, and this is on mobile for iOS or for Android. So that's one aspect. And then the second aspect is where you can now choose and edit the thumbnail based on the frame after you upload it. And again, this goes to iOS or Android. So what this would look like is if you scrolled through the video, similar to maybe what you would have seen on Instagram, you can now pick a specific frame that you want and use that as the thumbnail, which is very cool considering most of us in our old school Instagram days, to pick that thumbnail, we would put the very first frame or the very last frame of the video as the created thumbnail. So you can kind of sneak this in now and do that. So I think this is cool. This is a good way to kind of make it clear what the video is about, but also keep in mind the viewer behavior when people are looking at Shorts. They're not looking for a thumbnail. So this is probably more specific to like if people click on your channel or they click back off of one of your YouTube Shorts and want to see what other kind of shorts that you have, then those thumbnails will come in handy.
Well, and this is, that's first of all, the second part of that update about being able to edit old Shorts thumbnails. My understanding is this is still in testing. I don't have it. I'm sure for anyone who's uploaded thousands of Shorts, they're like, oh man, am I going to go back and change all of them? Which obviously you don't have to do. But the first one reminds me of TikTok, where you can choose a frame and then you can add text to the screen. So at least you can, change up what's on there. But YouTube all along has said, you don't need this. Nobody would ever see it. It would be, ridiculous. But now, obviously, they're seeing people click on channels and click on Shorts. But more than that, Justin Brown, who's a good friend of the show and has spoken at Social Media Marketing World from Primal Video, he's saying their videos, their Shorts are now starting to come up in Google search. Google search is giving them traffic. So obviously, the thumbnail is showing up in Google search and places like that. So I'm glad to see they're kind of finally letting us do this a little more, because we all know the power of a thumbnail on video for sure.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
So, all right. YouTube has slowly been saying, hey, if you're going to do AI stuff, as they call it, synthetically altered content, you got to let us know. But as time goes on, they're adding more places to be able to do this, which I think makes it mean they're going to start taking it more seriously potentially. But what's the update around the synthetically altered content, as they call it?
Yeah, so usually it's like we would see where this is kind of your content essentially gets flagged. Well, now we're able to, and your process of uploading this content, we're seeing more buttons essentially if you can click to say what kind of synthetically altered content or that it just has it. So we'll probably see this become part of more of the upload process, just so we can clear any flags before they populate, especially if you have a faceless YouTube channel, and you can have a faceless marketing channel where maybe you're only talking about a specific content vertical and you're using like an AI voice or whatever the case is, that this becomes extremely helpful just to go ahead and let your content fly out instead of it kind of being held back because of it having synthetically altered content in it, or if you can just embed it in your regular content as well.
Well, and until now, you didn't even have to answer the question. You could just scroll right by it. So this makes me wonder if at some point it's going to be like, yes, you have to answer this just like you have to answer some of the other things during the upload process.
I would
So
imagine so. Just because like we're seeing more content pretending like it's a human that you're going to experience when you click on this, or you think it is because of the thumbnail. And then it's like, here's things you need to know about content marketing. And it's AI. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah. Well, and this question comes up a lot too, so I think it's worth mentioning. Like Google and YouTube doesn't care if you use ChatGPT to help with your script or anything like that. They just want to make sure you're not putting out information that could be, misconstrued as it's, clearly not the celebrity or the, whatever it might be. So,
right, right.
yeah. All right. Next up, news that I hope you'll never need, but it's going to be good to be aware of here in just a second. But were you one of the lucky ones earlier this year? Thousands of smart marketers descended on San Diego to give their marketing a special boost that you can't find anywhere else. Maddie Young is a woman who attended Social Media Marketing World. She said, "This was my first time and it exceeded every expectation I had. The value of the sessions and networking experiences cannot be overstated." So whether you're trying to figure out how to get more reach, exposure, and sales, or you're trying to understand how AI tools can help you become a better marketer, this is the place you want to be. Don't be left behind. We would love to see you there again, or for your first time. Transformation happens when you attend Social Media Marketing World. You can get your ticket right now. Go to socialmediamarketing.world. Again, that's socialmediamarketing.world. So the thing that hopefully none of us ever need, but it's important to know, is a new way to reach out to support if your YouTube account gets hacked. So what's this update?
Yes, this is a welcome, really welcome update where yeah, because you'd see where a lot of channels that get hacked, they don't know it. They just see their account is streaming or these videos are populating, and you feel helpless. It's hard to get in touch with a person because now you can't go into YouTube Studio to do it. Well, now we can go through this help guide that YouTube has instituted, where you now start chatting with an expert specifically on this context of somebody has hacked into my channel, and now they will ask you a series of questions. These questions are not populated because obviously, if they're easy to know questions, or your hacker could find this out, so these aren't going to be published, so you know what to say. But it's things that only you should know from you publishing your content. And you being the owner of the account to try to prove and get back access to the account. Then what I love is to go in and start repairing some of the issues from that hacker, remove those videos so that you are not held responsible for these things. And what I love about this is YouTube really getting involved to say and not punish the creator based on what happened, because it used to be, unfortunately, where if your channel got hacked, all of these issues happen, then now you've got content strikes or what have you, and now you're fighting those on top of the hacked account. And YouTube is now saying, hey, we're going to go in, we're going to help you flip the script here, clean things up so you can get back to your content. And I absolutely love this, and you can start it right from the help guide.
It's interesting because like this is my dream scenario, and I don't think it does this yet, but you know how if you get a credit card that gets hacked or something like that, like they say, okay, we've shut it down, tell us which of these charges were not valid. And so it'd be great to be able to do that on your, go, none of these videos are mined, these videos are missing, if there was like a history of changes or something like that. But it's good to see them doing more with this for sure.
100%.
So, all right. We all sometimes have a creative block. It's time to make videos for a new client. You're like, okay, what are we going to do next month? Or what are we going to do next quarter? And YouTube has been continuing to add new things to help us come up with video ideas, which I love, especially because it's coming from YouTube itself that obviously knows more about our channels almost than we do. So this is a new AI integration, right?
Yes, this is Google's own Gemini that they've been instituting, and it had a different name before, but it's called Gemini AI now. And so, or it has been for some months now. And so what this is now doing is, finally, I've been waiting for this for so long, them integrating tool with YouTube, and you're probably going to start seeing this come up on like your inspiration, or it used to be like the research tab, where you can start getting generated ideas. But now you can think of this as a back and forth thread between yourself and an AI representation of your channel. And if you think of it in that way, that makes this so much better, because what it's going to do is give you, help you to brainstorm. It's saying at least start with right now, video ideas, titles, and thumbnail concepts. And if it's using knowledge based on your existing audience, which it already knows and has data on, you're using data specific content specific to your channel that you're now able to get and brainstorm off of, versus just kind of coming out of the ether with, off the top of your head. So this is great to get through any kind of brain fog or content freezes, if you will, where you just can't think straight. Like, I don't know what to do. I love this so much. I'm really wanting them to go crazy with this, because we're seeing other AI tools integrate with YouTube, but YouTube getting in, it having all the data, all the research, this is fantastic. And the one thing that I think marketers are going to love, Gemini already speaks with a human conversational tone. So this makes it that much better to go ahead and just have it where you don't have to say sound more like a human. It already probably will.
Yeah, that's a great point. And my favorite uses of AI are the ones where it's not based on all the information in the world, but it's based on specific information. Like
Yeah.
supposedly, I don't know, I think it's been a year now, Facebook groups are going to have AI integrated where it'll answer people's questions based on previous posts. So that's what I love most about this. I will tell you, the inspiration tab has been very hit. You know, most of my channel is hit and miss. Most of my channel's content marketing, and it's like, me should make a video about, you know, amazing things you can do in cells in like Excel formulas and stuff like that. I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to start with that. But
I think
all
shorts
right,
is just one last point. I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
short
yeah. You're
is
excited. I know. Yeah, go ahead.
it's because it's such a good feature. I know we're going to talk about this on other shows as well, but it's like YouTube, the thing to also probably be concerned with is knowing the shorts formula is very wild. It's very sporadic. So, you know, pairing that style of algorithm versus like your regular long form content is probably going to be the thing that marketers run into the most. So if you can get it to more specific and focus on the contents for your vertical videos, depending on if that's what you want, or your regular YouTube videos, I'd probably go with your regular YouTube videos first. Then that way you can kind of just frame that a little bit better so you're not fighting with the AI. But this is going to be such a fantastic tool. I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, by social media marketing world, obviously we'll have a lot more time to have played
Oh,
with
yeah.
it and all kinds of stuff. So that'll be cool. All right, some e-commerce updates, and this is whether you sell your own products or not. They're going all in here on shopping. So tell us what the latest is going on with e-commerce on YouTube, Diana.
Yeah, so it's three main things specifically, I think, that stand out with this specific update. So more specifically, when you are, wait, I'm getting confused on my question. Repeat the question for me. That's never
Oh,
happened.
that's okay. This is the e-commerce updates where it's about, you know, being able to pin products and all that kind of stuff.
I was excited about the next one of our other topics. I'm like, I don't think that was right.
That's all right. That's all good.
Okay, so this is one I actually just did this one today, where into the live shopping, if you think of this like how Amazon has done this, you can pin certain products as they've been introducing more and more tools for shopping. You can now start to pin certain products from certain stores. You can even search based on, like, if you prefer, like maybe whatever that affiliate commission is, you can pin that and it will automatically cycle these out like every 60 seconds instead of you having to actively do it as if you were doing like a live shopping show. So I just did like a live stream. We were talking about AI content strategy, but I just put some of the things that I use for the live stream to go on that carousel and cycle out every 60 seconds. So this is just a great passive income strategy, if you will, for that live aspect. And I love this. Super easy to set up, and it's literally just a switch of a button.
Could you see them as they appeared on screen during your live stream?
I haven't had the time to go back and check because I literally just ended that stream and then came to this show.
Oh,
But
okay, okay.
it probably will, like how we've been seeing like those suggestive banners or kind of like that iCard type subtleness. It probably will be something like that that I've seen on some other ones, just regular videos, not live. So I'll have to go back and see how it plays out. But nobody said anything about it, so it must not be, while we were live on the show, so it must not be annoying however they're doing it.
Okay, yeah, that's a great point. All right, and if you use Shopify, this next update is obviously going to be amazing for you.
Yes. So YouTube is expanding the Shopify partnership. So a lot of people will love this, especially if you're doing your own merch or if you have a Shopify store for certain products and stuff that you want. So this is going to enhance the affiliate shopping. So right now, if you're eligible for Shopify Plus or an advanced account, the merchants will be able to, at least in the US, you can now join the program, and they're adding a Chrome extension that's going to allow creators to save products for the future. So this is really cool because, again, we're combining all the different avenues of how we use content and how we do marketing, just integrating what you already have and making that stuff available. I love it. And then the Chrome extension will be that much easier. Shouldn't be too much of a resource hog either.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, if you've advertised or thought about advertising, you've probably thought, okay, yeah, it's fine. I can target people that are searching for these things. But what if you could target viewers of a very specific video from a creator? Well, that is something that is now getting tested and it looks like it's rolling out. So I know information is limited on this, but what have we seen so far around this, Diana?
Yeah, so it's three main things that stick out for this particular one. And so the first with this retargeting is you'll be able to target viewers based on your channel. And so you can, if you think about like Facebook marketing, you can do remarketing the audience based on people that's watched your specific videos and not wait, they watch certain creator videos. So maybe I'm guessing like your competitors, if you will, or others that are in that niche and not
Right.
just only your own content. Then the second aspect of that is you'll be able to get the organic view data. So this will give access to the view counts as well as the audience insights that are linked to those creator videos, which is nice because it's like getting a little bit of backdoor peeking and seeing what's going on behind the scenes. And then the third thing is better audience targeting. And so it's going to help you build more precise ad campaigns when it comes to targeting specific creator content or improving your campaign research. So I think for marketers, when you're going in and doing that analysis, research, and stuff like that, this will probably pair very well with Facebook and Instagram lead marketing and stuff that you want to do for your content. And you're getting more specific data on your audience and then a little bit of your competitors.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about this, we don't really know fully how this is all going to work yet. But when I worked at the agency, I mean, I swear the number one question we would get from new clients is be like, "Can I just target my competitors' audience?" You know, because you can obviously target the people who have followed your business page on Facebook, but not others. And we're like, no, you know, we had a steakhouse once, and I'm like, "Can we just run ads to the people who have followed the steakhouse across the street?" It's like, no, can't do that. We can try and figure some things out. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But I do love the transparency that's now possible between brands and you know, the ability to do things that way. So all right, and then promotions. This is sort of the boosting side of ads. And I just before we get into this update, I noticed every time they write an article, because this is straight from Google, at the end they say, by the way, you should still use Google Ads. This is just like, they'll even say it's easy, but it's not the best possible thing. But they've added a new goal that you can have when you do promote your videos on top of just views and engagement. So what are we seeing with this, Diana?
Yeah, so right now for YouTube specifically, this promotions goal is going to include new website visits. The website visits goal, at least for the specific channel. So, you know, for marketers, again, it's going to be great to know how many people are working, whether they're coming through your website and other analytical tools. I just think overall, for marketers, this is going to be a great way for them to take a more holistic approach to what they're doing. Like you said, they still want you to use their ad stuff, but now you can set those goals specific for the website visit. So, you know, that's cool.
Yeah, well, and they're obviously then going to serve them to people likely to go visit a website, which is, you know, the best part of that. So, all right, and YouTube obviously wants to be on all the screens that we own. It wouldn't be surprise me if it's on smartwatches someday. But on one platform, they're actually saying we're going to have fewer ad breaks. So, what's going on with this?
Very interesting as the this whole landscape is changing. YouTube is saying they're going to introduce fewer ad breaks for YouTube connected TVs. So says with the expansion of fewer long ad breaks, like on CTV, YouTube streamers can experience 50% longer viewing sessions before their next ad break. So you're not going to get pelted with ad after ad after ad. And this is coming right off the heels of Amazon introducing for their Prime subscription, because this is all this is. It's a back and forth between like YouTube and Amazon or Google and Amazon essentially, because with their Prime account, you now are getting ads, even though you're paying like for that yearly subscription, unless you pay for the additional service of removing ads. And they've integrated them on the pause screens and all kinds of stuff. Well, YouTube is now saying as more viewers are going there for podcasts, it's like, I think number one in podcasting on YouTube. So the more people are going there, the more they're going for content for YouTube TV, connected TVs, you're not going to see as many ads. And that's going to drill in more people to the content. So this is perfect for marketers to further leverage the attention that they're getting on the platform versus somebody watching something someplace else.
So this part is the part that's confusing me, and I know it's new and you may not know the answer to this, but they said, you know, for streamers, you can have longer viewing sessions before the next ad break comes up. But obviously a live stream is going to all the platforms. So does that mean if you're live streaming, then you would have fewer ad breaks on mobile and desktop as well?
I'm not sure how they plan on doing that as far as the interruptions, because we know traditionally or historically with the ads, we could even decide where those ad breaks are going to be. With the live stream, we're live, we can't. So like right now, we wouldn't be able to do anything with that. So I'm not sure how they're going to manage that essentially, again, just from my knowledge. But maybe overall, since they're saying the viewing session, okay, we finished this live stream, should be those next several bits of content are not going to have as many ads, or, how are they reading that? I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. A few quick updates, new tools and features that you will be able to use now with YouTube. Can you run through these for us real quick?
Yep, 100%. So we have new discovery engagement tools and features. So YouTube is launching a QR code globally. So if you go on mobile, if you see the video around this, they didn't really go into a ton of details, but if you're on mobile, it's probably the easiest way. Go to that bottom right corner, especially like if you're on iOS, and you'll see the U tab or your channel brings up your channel. Hit that gear icon, or even sometimes those three dots, depending on what your device is. And you want to go into like the settings. And when you click on like the share, or you click on your view channel or that share button, within that share icon, you can either share the link or you can share a QR code. So YouTube has now created where you can save this to your photo roll. So you have it on your phone. So if somebody, hey, what's your YouTube channel? You can show them the QR code. They show their phone and it up comes your channel with that. So the QR code is there. And then for YouTube mobile, they've added, which I really like this one, you can do timestamp toggles for clip sharing. So on desktop, when you want to share a specific part, this is great if you're doing like frequently asked questions, or you get a lot of contact form submissions for your business or your agency. Well, now you don't have to go on desktop to get the specific timestamp at 3 minutes, 44 seconds for when they need to start watching for the specific answer. You can do it on mobile, which is super fantastic, already integrated with that. So that's a very nice add. And then also, lastly, we're seeing where their new content discovery features, or experiments rather. We don't know how long it takes for all these experiments to come out, but this include a mix of video formats, including long form videos, as well as shorts. I've already seen this on my account. It's not bad. It's done tastefully. So you're seeing about 4 shorts, and then you'll see a YouTube video. And then sometimes when you click and you enter the app, you may just start right on the shorts. Then you go to the home, and then you'll start seeing like shorts or a video I think it's about 4 shorts that fill up the phone screen, and then it goes into regular videos.
So this is, I mean, one of the examples they gave, and I know it's just in testing, but they say, you might be in the shorts feed and then a widescreen video will come up. So is that what you're seeing? And then does it just have like black boxes at the top and the bottom, or that's the part
So yeah, I haven't seen when I'm in a shorts viewing session, I'll say, I do not see where a regular YouTube video is going to come up on its own. I'm seeing more of the lives, like we've talked about on other episodes of the show, where live streams will come up, but I haven't seen where a regular video comes up. I'm only seeing that when I'm not in a viewing session, whether it's vertical videos or horizontal, but they're filling out the frame of the phone, more or less. So I would imagine they probably find a way to fill it in tastefully.
Okay. And just, to be clear too, for all of us as marketers, YouTube has said, look, this is actually going to be potentially an increase of discoverability for your content, not a decrease in the way that we are doing this. So quick reminder, you can learn all about YouTube and all of the major platforms with an all access ticket to Social Media Marketing World today. Just go to socialmediamarketing.world and grab your ticket right now. Diana, where's the best place for people to connect with you?
Go to dianagladney.com or at Diana Gladney, since we're always talking YouTube, on YouTube, and I will come up.
All right. And if you want to add another podcast to your listening lineup, couple for you to check out the Social Media Marketing Podcast, as well as the AI Explored Show. Until next time, may you be wise with your marketing decisions. Thanks, everyone. Bye.